Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastically well. It's Connor here. We are back with another One Leeds video. Please make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing. Also, head on down to the Patreon, link in the description below if you want some bonus content, which there surely will be more of after this discussion this morning. Javi Gracia looks like he's about to be appointed per Phil Hay, per Adam Leventhal, per Fabrizio Romano, as Leeds United manager. Overall, happy with this one. I think is an isolated appointment, as I've said several times. I think it's a good one. I think the situation at Leeds at the minute is just diabolical, and that's a completely different conversation, although it kind of intertwines. But overall, when you're looking at a managerial appointment, I think this is a really good one. Just on the basis that in the short term, he's proven it before. He's done it with Malaga, he's done it with Watford in terms of just keeping them up. I've seen a lot of people criticising Gracia in terms of his pedigree when he got sacked at Watford. To give a little bit of context to that, the Pozzo family, who were also in joint charge of Udinese, are absolutely trigger happy. They've always been trigger happy. I hark you back to the days of Massimo Cellino in terms of how quickly they have and probably in and around Gracia's time got rid of managers at the Italian side and the English side. So contextualize that for me, please. Don't just go look on his Wikipedia page, see that he was sacked after what was it, 4 or 5 games at Watford, and think that he's a bad manager. The guy got Watford to an FA Cup final, of which he was pretty much sacked after that, really, and as I say, kept them up. So if you just want a general voice, Troy Deeney was speaking about it yesterday, obviously ex-Watford striker, saying that Gracia would implement fines and would implement stringent almost punishments for players who disrespect, turn up late. And for me, that just highlights the fact that he's a bit of a disciplinarian, which I think is a good thing. I think obviously he's got to be a man manager at points, but I think he did a wonderful job with, let's say, Gerard Deulofeu at Watford, who is almost of the Willy Gnonto style, and you really got the best out of him at Watford. Deulofeu was a wonderful servant in the Premier League. I thought he was an excellent player, obviously ex-Barcelona. And listen, the pedigree of the guy is very, very good. Obviously, he was at Valencia, wasn't for long. It wasn't as good a environment for him there. We know the Valencia board, the Valencia fans are extremely demanding, and listen, he's not been in fruitful environments when it comes to the working environment. When you're looking at Watford, when you're looking at Malaga, when you're looking at Valencia. So he's done really, really well in the jobs that he has had at high-profile clubs. So what does he normally play? He normally plays a standard 4-4-2. It's a bit of a variance. It can be narrow. It can be, it can be out wide as well. But the good thing is he's going to, bring Leeds into a very defensive mould. He's going to turn us into a mid to low block, which will be good to see. An actual plan when it comes to a defensive structure. And, we attack with a variance of a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2, which is going to be exciting to see. So yeah, my thoughts are it's not a bad appointment for where we are at the minute. Is it a world-class appointment? Probably not. Is it a long-term appointment? Probably not. But who knows? This could turn into something great. I think the reaction that you should always look for things like this is opposition clubs who've had him before. And you've got to look at Watford, really, because obviously they were in the Premier League with Gracia at the time. They are all extremely, extremely jealous, I've seen at points, and also of the opinion that he was the best manager that Watford have had, and a very big love-in for him, which for a Watford side who've had an abundance of managers in the last 10 to 15 years, it's a real positive indictment, I think. So for a lot of people turning the nose up at Gracia, I'd say go away, do a little bit of research, look at his team at Malaga and what he was able to do there, look at his Watford team and how they got to the FA Cup final and finished 11th. He also, I believe, he recorded Watford's highest ever finish. I'll need a fact check on that one, but he's done it. He's done a really, really good job for them, and for Malaga and Valencia was difficult because of the circumstances. So he's obviously spent his last year and a year and a bit at Al Sadd in one of the. In one of the, I believe it's either a Saudi state, Saudi or Qatari club. I can't recall, to be honest. I have to do a bit of research on that. But overall, it was I think it's a good appointment. It looks like the training ground is shut down today for the announcement. So yeah, I think we're all expecting that. It's no way going to be Benitez. That would need a real churning time for me. And I think, when you compare Gracia and Benitez and their actual, acumen in these types of roles, Leeds seem to have got it right for once, because short term is what we need now, a short term manager. Could it evolve into long term? Potentially, but short term is what we need. And I don't think Benitez, even keeping, Benitez had Chelsea, Real Madrid, Liverpool, big clubs on his CV. But keeping teams up is obviously not his, it's not his speciality. It's not his thing that, clubs go for when they get Benitez. Gracia really has that in his locker. So yeah, it's probably a smart appointment from the board. I am not going to be giving any credit at the minute to anybody in charge, because I still believe Leeds will go down. I hope they don't. But, if you speak to opposition fans now, they believe that Leeds are going to stay up with the appointment of Gracia. So listen, he's going to come in, and hopefully this is going to be something that hits the ground running straight away, because Southampton's a must win. So he's not got time. He's not got time to implement his strategy straight away. It's just going to have to be Vibes FC at the weekend, and let's hope we can get the win. So yeah, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Are you happy with Gracia? Would you have liked somebody else? And obviously, like I always say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, we'll see you